Welcome everyone to the Facebook Advertising Ninja Masterclass, where we're going to talk about how I made $20,000 my very first month running Facebook ads for clients, right? For local businesses. And we are more importantly going to talk about how you can also do this, even if you have absolutely no idea where to begin, guys. So we're going to wait a couple more minutes as we see people are actually starting to trickle into the webinar. I'm checking right now, and it looks like we are almost completely full for the webinar, guys, which is absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much. I promise I am going to try to deliver the best Facebook advertising free training that you have ever seen in your life. For those of you who do, follow me on YouTube or follow me on Facebook or any of my stuff, I think you kind of know that I really try extremely hard to give away as much free value as I absolutely can, bar none, compared to anyone else out there, guys. So I'm really going to try to perform and give you the best Facebook advertising training that you've ever seen before in your life. So who is this for? Who is this training for? If you're serious about creating a long-term business the right way, right? An automated business, a scalable business, one that doesn't directly exchange time for money. If you're willing to learn a new skill set and drastically increase your value to the market, because once you understand Facebook advertising, you can literally sell anything. It creates a better, bigger, more profitable business no matter what business you are in. And this training is for you if you are a doer, right? Not just a talker and tinkerer. And if you're really ready to invest in yourself and in your business. So this training is not going to be for people who are kind of just, lackadaisically looking around for other options. This training is for people who are serious, right? And most importantly, guys, this training is for people who are not satisfied with an average or normal life, and people who know that they deserve more, right? People who understand that they deserve more than an average life for themselves and for their family. So my promise to you, during this training, I'm going to make you a believer. I am going to make you a believer. I'm going to prove to you that anyone can exponentially increase the profitability of their business or create a completely brand new business with Facebook ads, even if you have no experience whatsoever, zero, zilch, zip, and you have absolutely no technical skill. That's completely fine, guys. We're gonna show you how to make a completely scalable, viable, full-scale business with almost zero capital up front, no technical knowledge, and absolutely no prior experience, completely from start to finish using Facebook ads. So if you stay till the very end, guys, we have a very special surprise for you. We're going to give away a $1,000 Amazon gift card. If you win, you're going to be automatically notified via email. It's going to go out to the email that you actually used to register the webinar with. And we're going to be giving away at least one of these per day while we are running this webinar live. And you're only eligible, guys, you're only eligible to actually win this $1,000 gift card if you stay until the end. The webinar software that we use actually can track who stays and who doesn't. And we want to kind of reward people who are invested, who are engaged, right, who are enjoying the webinar. And we're going to give away so much free value to you guys, so much valuable knowledge related to Facebook ads. And so we just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a, kind of gift back for, supporting me, supporting what I'm trying to do, how I'm trying to change the world, how I'm trying to enable entrepreneurs. So we're going to be giving away a little gift, kind of just showing some love from me, which is a $1,000 gift card. So if you do want to have a chance of winning, make sure you stay to the end because you're only eligible if you do see the final slide. And if you thought that was all we were going to give away, if you thought that was the only amazing value that we're going to give completely for free in this webinar, you would be wrong, because we are also going to give you a 100% free Facebook advertising funnel that you can use to sell any product or service starting today, guys. And this is the exact ninja funnel that I use to drive over $1.5 million profit in just under 4 months, guys. We are sharing the exact same template that you can start using in your business, no matter what business you're in, starting today. And we're going to send that to you guys via email. So make sure that you do check for an email from Kevin David. Open that up, and we're gonna have instructions on how you can download and start implementing this Facebook advertising funnel that we use to make over $1.5 million in just 4 months, how you can start using it starting today. Right, so who is Kevin David? It sounds weird calling myself that in third person. who am I, right? I'm the CEO of multiple seven-figure e-commerce businesses and Facebook ad agencies. And what is a Facebook ad agency? A Facebook ad agency is a fancy word basically for running Facebook advertisements for other businesses. So if I go out there into the local kind of world that I'm living in the city that I'm living in Las Vegas, San Diego, wherever you are, and I'm running advertisements, for local nightclubs, or I'm running advertisements for dentists, or I'm running advertisements for kind of cash-rich businesses that don't really understand how to run their own Facebook ads, that don't have the skill set to run digital marketing, right? I'm the creator of one of the fastest growing YouTube channels and Facebook groups for e-commerce, and more specifically for Facebook advertising, right? I have the #1 video on Google, on YouTube related to Facebook advertising. Go on youtube.com right now and type in Facebook ads. The video itself has almost 700,000 views. It's going to be to 1 million views, right? Pretty soon, which is absolutely crazy. So thank you guys so much for supporting that video. It's just a total beginner's tutorial. So if you want to learn more after the webinar, make sure you don't leave because you don't want to miss your spot, right? Because the webinar right now is pretty much, okay, it is now officially completely full, guys. So if you do leave, you're probably not going to be able to come back and get your spot. So don't leave, check it out after, and you will like what you see, I promise. I'm the mentor and coach to hundreds of thousands of entrepreneurs and students all around the world who are currently crushing Facebook ads. Right? My life goal, my passion, my purpose on this earth is to free as many people from the corporate 9-to-5 drone life as possible, because I was just there, guys. Not too long ago, I was working 80-hour weeks, week in and week out as an accountant in a dark and dingy conference room with people that I didn't really like, doing extremely tedious things every single day, doing the same thing at the same time, commuting over an hour to work, commuting over an hour back from work. And then by the time I got back from the gym, right, I'd have a half an hour to watch Netflix and I had to do it all again. And that's not how life is meant to be lived. So why is this different? Why is this webinar, why is this training different? Because this is a brand new opportunity, guys. This isn't just using Facebook ads, to slightly make a change with your Shopify business, or, to bring a few more sales with your Amazon business. It is going to teach you how to do those things, right? It is going to teach you everything that you need to know A to Z about Facebook ads, but this is also a brand new opportunity. We are going to talk about how to start your own marketing company, right? Your own Facebook ad agency. We're going to talk about how to actually create a full-scale business only using Facebook ads with literally almost zero upfront cost, guys. So have you ever wanted to start a profitable online business? Have you ever struggled with Facebook advertising in the past? Right? It's not your fault. Facebook advertising is very complicated. It's extremely confusing. Understanding, how the pixel works, understanding how to make audiences correctly, understanding how to make sense of all of the data, understanding all of the technicality, right? And we are going to make that easy. I think that's one of the reasons that we built one of the fastest growing Facebook advertising YouTube channels and Facebook advertising Facebook groups in the world in the shortest time, right? Because we really understand how to add value, how to actually make the complex simple. And because I show things like in actual tutorial form, I think people really react better to that. It's really difficult when people say in, high level kind of general terms, go out there and make a Facebook ad, right? Find your perfect audience. It doesn't really mean anything unless you see someone who's actually done it again and again and again, show you kind of using the platform itself, really not skipping any steps. And I think that's why people kind of have really bonded and kind of enjoyed some of the training that I've actually created, just because, it's much more so kind of A to Z without skipping any steps. And so my goal for this training, guys, I will teach you how to get clients results before they pay you, because frictionless equals good, guys. You don't want to have clients, right? Because a lot of people might tell me, Kevin, you make it sound so easy. You made $20,000 your first month, but how did you get all these businesses to say yes? Right? How did you actually get these businesses who probably never use Facebook advertising to say yes to actually pay you, $1,000 or more every single month, guys? And we're going to teach you exactly how I did that, how to actually show results, add value, really give meaning before you get paid. This is the way that we actually have created such a gigantic business so quickly, guys. And we're going to teach you exactly how to do that. I'm going to show you exactly how you can run ads for local businesses and get paying Facebook ad clients today. And I'm going to show you how Facebook can basically revolutionize any business utilizing Facebook's unbelievably powerful algorithms and data. We're going to show you exactly how to use Facebook's data to find your perfect customers and, also importantly, your clients' perfect customers, because that is in the end, right, what they're paying you for, to go out and find them the exact perfect customers who are going to, become profitable, actual paying clients for them. And so let's talk about the Facebook Ninja secrets, guys. And I hope you like this little character on the right, because it took me a long time to find him, but I think he's pretty cute. So secret number one, how I turned $97 and a simple idea into $20,000 recurring monthly revenue, and how we did that in 30 days, guys. Secret number two is if you can drag and drop, right? Simple drag and drop using a mouse, nothing complicated, then you have all of 100% of the technical skills you need to own a Facebook ad agency. And I mean that. I know that because I'm not a coder by any means, but I definitely do know how to drag and drop, and I do know how to, do a nice Google or two. So secret number three, using just one funnel, right? One sales funnel that we've already designed, and we are 100% okay with sharing completely for free using just one funnel. Anyone can create a massive Facebook ad agency if they just understand one thing, guys. And we're going to get into each one of these secrets, secret number one, secret number two, and secret number three, in a few minutes on the webinar. And so how do I actually know all this stuff? How do I know these secrets? Guys, because the reason that I know this stuff is because I've spent millions of dollars perfecting my Facebook ad strategies. I've used it on all of my businesses, all of my e-commerce, with Shopify, with Facebook, with Amazon, creating Facebook ad agencies, buying and selling my course, all different aspects of my business, being a digital marketer, being a digital entrepreneur, being an entrepreneur at all in today's day and age. You have to understand how to properly advertise, because even if you have the best product in the world, right, if you don't put it in front of the right people, no one is going to buy it, guys. I was the fastest ever 2 Comma Club winner for making $1 million or more with just one funnel for a reason. We did that in 57 days, all the way up to $1 million. And that same funnel is now well over $3 million, which sounds crazy because we launched that in May 17th of last year. And so I am, a quote unquote master of beginner and advanced Facebook ad strategies that can 10x return on pretty much any product or service, guys. Facebook has 2 billion with a B monthly active users, 2 billion. It's very, very hard to conceptualize that more than 1/4 of the world uses Facebook on a monthly basis, and 70% of those users log in every single day, guys. And it's not uncommon at all to see results like, spending what we're seeing on the screen. This is one of my recent campaigns. We spent a little over $10,000 and we made almost $137,000 back. We made $127,000 profit in just a matter of days using Facebook advertising the right way. And the name of those ad sets might look complicated with US-21- all of that. We'll explain exactly how all of that is set up. Don't you worry, guys. And so I like to consider myself, a Facebook artist. And the reason that I say this, guys, it's not like to brag or anything like that, but Facebook is an art. It's really an art as much as it is as a science. Facebook advertising really is more than just a skill. You have to understand how everything plays together, how you can target someone who has a birthday of a close friend in 0 to 7 days, or who is recently engaged or recently moved, how to understand and tie in and connect interests, behaviors, and demographics to formulate the perfect art, right? The perfect customer. And when you find that perfect customer, it's very, very hard to explain and hard to believe how masterful and how beautiful and how scalable and how gigantic Facebook advertising really can become. This is one of our advertising campaigns where we spent, almost $170,000 and we made almost $1 million back, guys. Close to an $800,000 profit margin, which is just unbelievable, right? And that we would never have been able to do that without Facebook advertising. We would never have been able to get in front of that many people who are interested, finding that many people who are our perfect target market. We would never in a million years been able to do that without what Facebook allows us to do, guys. And the formula is simple. Unique value plus unique strategies equals unique results. And we're going to show you exactly what unique value means, what the unique strategies are, and how to achieve those unique results yourself. And I am not special, guys. I want to make this so clear. I've made so many mistakes with Facebook advertising, with all of the businesses that I've started. And when I first started digital marketing, I didn't think I needed a mentor. I didn't think I needed a coach. I was stubborn. I was super stubborn. I wanted to do everything myself. Right? I didn't understand how to drive traffic the right way. I didn't understand the Facebook ad life cycle, right? The ninja life cycle, how to actually, run an advertisement the correct way, getting social proof, driving traffic, accumulating pixel data, accumulating data of people who visit your website, and then running conversion audiences, conversion campaigns to actually bring those people in to become, rabid fans, and in the end, right, to purchase. And we're going to talk about all of that. Don't worry if that doesn't make sense. I wasn't properly utilizing the power of the Facebook pixel, right? And if you don't know what the Facebook pixel is, basically what the Facebook pixel is it allows you to identify people. If someone visits your website, Facebook's going to say, okay, it's that person. So if David over here, my imaginary friend, comes and visits my website, Facebook is going to say, okay, David visited your website. Now we can show David an advertisement on Facebook. So Facebook has an ID for all of us out in the world, right? And if we visit websites, Facebook tells the website owners who visited, right? Which Facebook users visited the website, and lets you show advertisements directly to them. So if you've ever been browsing, lackadaisically browsing, trying to buy some camping equipment, or maybe you're trying to pick up like a brand spanking new canoe, or for example, and then you notice like, okay, well, I was looking at canoes, and then 20 minutes later I logged into Facebook, and all of a sudden I have an advertisement for a canoe, right? That is the Facebook pixel in the most basic sense, and we're going to show you how to unbelievably tap in to the power of the Facebook pixel, because the Facebook pixel at the end of the day, guys, is what differentiates people who are reasonably successful on Facebook and people who are unimaginably wildly successful on Facebook. And I didn't understand that the real profit from Facebook comes from building laser targeted audiences. Laser targeted audiences and retargeting those audiences correctly are seriously the difference between, people who fail and people who are successful. People who understand audiences and retargeting, right? They fail if they don't get them, they're successful if they do. And then the people who understand the Facebook pixel are the people who are not just successful, but they're wildly successful, and their entire lives can change overnight from Facebook. That is the difference. So I've also done a few things right. I quit my corporate job. That was probably the most right thing that I've ever done in my life. And I went all in on creating the life that I had always dreamed of living, which was working for myself, which was traveling the world, right? I've been so lucky to be able to visit, 50 plus countries in the last few years, and kind of see everywhere that I've ever wanted to see. And the entire time doing that, I've been working, on my business, on my digital businesses, on my Amazon company, on my Shopify companies, and on my Facebook ads agency, running Facebook ads for businesses. And I learned the most highly effective ways to kind of target potential buyers and convert cold traffic and new clients, because one of the most important things, besides retargeting the people who have already shown interest in your business, is going out there and finding cold traffic. And what I mean by cold traffic is people who've never even heard of you before in their life, and convincing that cold traffic through your advertisements to become interested, right? To come to your website. And once they do come to your website, all of a sudden they've been pixeled. All of a sudden we can retarget them. And we're going to talk about the best ways to do that. And I figured out how to target any audience with specific narrowers to ensure that my ads would only be shown to interested buyers every single time. Facebook allows you to target literally thousands of different variables. You can target, women in Boston who are married with kids, 3 to 8 years old, who are interested in Tony Robbins, who are active credit card users. And I'm just literally, these are off the top of my head, guys, but you can target people so narrowly and so minutely and in such a detailed way. It really does make you think, oh my gosh, how much information have I personally given Facebook? Because they can target things that you almost couldn't even believe. But that's good for us, guys. That means that we can form ultra targeted, unbelievably narrowed and laser focused audiences. And that is how you make money with advertisements. And I drove over $1.5 million in profit in a few short months using just Facebook ads and a simple sales funnel. And we're going to show you exactly how you can do that, copying our same steps, the same ninja blueprint that we use, right? And learning from the right people is so important, guys. I cannot stress this enough. No matter the obstacle, I never, ever gave up, right? I had so many setbacks. I've failed at over 20 businesses. I tried monetizing blogs. I tried to make a travel blog. I made an iOS app. I made a game, right? And they all kind of worked a little bit. They were making a few dollars a month, but they weren't successes, right? I failed multiple times, 10 times, 20 different businesses. I have completely failed. And if at any point I chose to give up, right, none of this would have happened. But I met people like Russell Brunson that you see in that picture on the left. I met people like Gary Vaynerchuk on the right. And these types of entrepreneurs out there who are inspiring me, who I have personally learned from, who I have, taken lessons from that I've applied to my own life and to my own businesses. And it's been such an amazing opportunity to be able to meet and talk to these caliber of entrepreneurs and, to try to kind of work as hard as I can to one day be in the same kind of league as they are. And I've been so grateful to be able to learn from them. And guys, you really only have two choices, right? You have the easy way and you have the hard way. And what is the easy way and what is the hard way? Well, I'm glad you asked. The hard way is on your own, right? When I first started, I was too stubborn to look for a proven mentor. I wanted to do everything myself. And I felt completely lost trying to run profitable ads on Facebook. I had no idea what I was doing. And because I had no idea what I was doing, I was wasting so much time and so much energy. And I was confused about the pixel, right? I was confused about what the Facebook pixel was, what the heck it meant creating audiences, what a custom audience was, what a lookalike audience was. And I had a hard time figuring out which ads that I should pause and which ads that I should scale. I didn't even know what scaling meant. So I had to learn all of these things by myself. I had to learn all of these things the hard way, right? I had to learn all of these things specifically through trial and error and through wasting an unbelievable amount of money doing things the wrong way. When if I had just swallowed my pride and went out and found somebody who had already done this and who already made those mistakes, and so who I could actually learn from, I would have saved myself so much time, so much energy, and so much money. I don't even want to admit to you guys how much money I've actually wasted on Facebook ads doing things the wrong way. But until I finally figured out actually how to do things right and really make a profit pretty much on any ad almost from the beginning, pretty much every single time, right? So I had no mentor, no support group, and no help with all the little stuff that comes with becoming an entrepreneur, right? That comes with becoming a Facebook ad expert, that comes with, starting any online business or any business whatsoever. Having a mentor who's been around, having a mentor who's made those mistakes, having a mentor who's figured it out so you don't have to waste your time, energy, and money trying to figure out, trying to reinvent the wheel when somebody's already figured it out. It just didn't make any sense. And I can't even describe to you guys enough how much I wish I could have gone back and found someone who knew what they were doing and really just leverage their knowledge and experience and save myself so much time, so much energy, and so much heartache. Right? And then there's the easy way. Duplicating other people's successes, using proven strategies with your own knowledge, experience, and creativity to improve them. I say that over and over and over again. And, I have a bunch of students, some of which are probably watching this webinar right now or who listen to me kind of preach on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or wherever else, right? That I say this all the time. The easiest way to become successful and to become a successful business owner and a successful entrepreneur and a millionaire and a multimillionaire is by duplicating other people's successes. There's no reason to reinvent the wheel, guys. Use defined, proven methods to create successful Facebook ad campaigns that require no guesswork. People who understand and can properly leverage Facebook advertisements are the people who have the easiest lives, right? If you run a business yourself and you have an amazing product, but you just aren't getting enough people to sign up to start using it, or you're not getting enough sales, or you're not getting the number of sales or the amount of profitable sales that you want to be getting, right? You understand probably how difficult marketing is, why marketing is such an important part of any business, and why you can't overestimate how important proper marketing is for any business. And then finding a group of people in the same place as you and forming a mastermind, right? Creating a family, a business family, or just a family in general is what I consider my students right now anyways, right? Creating a family that you trust and can grow together with and is in the same kind of experiential place as you are. People who are grinding to make it work, people who are trying to figure out Facebook ads, people who are, making Facebook ads work, and then people who are absolutely killing it and destroying their Facebook advertisement campaigns and just making an obscene amount of profit, right? When you kind of mix that all together, where the teachers and the students, and the students become the teachers, that is where the beautiful synergy kind of happens, guys. And I learned lessons the hard way. I wasted more money than I'm literally going to admit to you guys, and I'll take that to my grave, how much money I've actually wasted, trying to figure out and trying to make Facebook advertisements work. And, more importantly than money, obviously, is time. I've wasted so much time doing things the wrong way, being stubborn, and, just not doing things kind of in the most efficient way. But, right, a big but here, my mistakes and millions of dollars, literally millions of dollars of wasted ad spend become your catapult to explosive success, right? Let my mistakes and let all of the things that I've done wrong, save you time, save you energy, save you kind of the heartache of, trying to run a Facebook campaign and it's just not working, right? It's the worst thing in the world when you put all of this time and energy and you think that it's just going to be the best Facebook ad campaign ever. And then all of a sudden, right, it's just not profitable, or you can't figure out the pixel, or any number of different problems. It's very, very heartbreaking, right, when things just aren't working even after you've given it your all. So let my mistakes and let my millions of dollars of wasted ad spend and my heartache become your success, right? And use your mentor's experience so you don't have to repeat their mistakes. That's the beauty of having a mentor, of having somebody who's done it before you, right? You can use their strategies to basically immediately explode your business, specifically with Facebook advertising, but a mentor, right, in any realm of life, somebody who you really trust and somebody who knows what they're talking about, can 10x your life and 10x your business, guys. So this has not been that long since I was an accountant, right? Prior to becoming, free, and what I mean by free is financially free. Like if I want to wake up at noon, I'll wake up at noon. I haven't had an alarm, on my phone or an alarm clock for years. I literally have not had one alarm clock set for years. And, that doesn't mean that I wake up at noon every day, but the point is, guys, I'm free to do whatever I want. And that I hope you understand that that's not in any way bragging, because not too long ago, I was working 80 hours a week as an accountant, 80 hours. And if you count commute time, and if you count kind of all of the back and forth and waiting and, skipped lunches and things like that, it was probably closer to 100 hours a week. And I was lost and I was miserable and I was literally at rock bottom, right? But that's when I kind of had an epiphany. I realized that I had kind of already figured out Facebook ads, but at that point I didn't have really much capital. I really didn't have a product or a service to sell, but I realized that I could run Facebook ads for local businesses and get paid to do it, right? I could run Facebook advertisements for other people and they would pay me to do it because of the skills that I had accumulated, right? Because of my expertise with Facebook ads. And that's when I kind of realized that, okay, this is going to work. I ended up making $20,000 profit my first month running ads for clients. And the reason that profit is underlined, guys, is because I think there's a major kind of disconnect here between when, all of these so-called gurus and people out there are saying, I made a $500,000 my first month, right? But when they don't say, is it revenue, is it profit, right? If you make $500,000 and you spend $501,000 on advertisements, that's not profit, that's losing money. That's not impressive. And so, $20,000 profit in 1 month is not the most money that anyone's ever made in the world. But at that point in my life, that was completely mind-boggling and that was insane and unbelievable. And I just could not seriously grasp how amazing this type of business was, because it didn't require any upfront capital, right? Normally with a business, and with a brick and mortar business specifically, there's overhead costs, there's office expenses. You have to buy, cost of goods sold if you're buying units and reselling them, or you're selling a product, right? There's all different types of kind of upfront expenditures. And while, that there's nothing wrong with that, I have a lot of, e-commerce businesses and things like that. I wanted a business where I could literally trade my knowledge and what I knew in my brain for money, right? Like I wanted a business where I didn't have to risk capital up front. I wanted a business where I didn't have to invest anything, but I could literally be paid for it. And it took me a long time to kind of make this work and make the kind of connection and connect the dots to realize that I could actually run advertisements for local businesses and they would pay me a monthly retainer every single month that was 100% profit. The only thing that I was putting into the business was my time. There was no other expenses of any kind, guys. And people always ask me, are Facebook ads dead? Are Facebook ads for digital marketing completely over with? People have been saying to me Facebook ads are too expensive since Facebook first launched, right? There are more than 2 billion with a B active monthly users on Facebook. And that is mind-boggling. 1/4 of the entire earth, right, is using Facebook. And if you take out like babies and super elderly people that might not be using Facebook, then that's like probably half the world. Right, and over 70% of Facebook users visit the platform every single day, guys. Your customers are there. Your clients' customers are there. Every business on Earth's customers, perfect customers, are there, and it's our job to find them. And anyone who's ever run like any business of any kind kind of understands that advertising is absolutely essential to create a successful, scalable business. And digital marketing is the fastest way to scale an advertising, a marketing campaign, bar none, end of story, period, right? End of discussion. And some of the top kind of advertisers in the world were surveyed as to, what is the most important platform for digital marketers. And look at the results, guys. 62% of some of the top marketers in the world who use Google, who use LinkedIn, who use Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all different types of advertising, showed Facebook as being an overwhelming favorite when it comes to social media advertising, right? And so people kind of started to ask me, how was I doing this? I think it's funny. The circle of life with entrepreneurship is everybody kind of thinks you're crazy. People laughed at me when I left my job working at Facebook, right? People thought I was an idiot. People thought I was ridiculous. People thought I was crazy. People thought that I was going to, go broke and I'd be crawling back. Everyone kind of laughs at you and everyone thinks that you are insane for trying to become an entrepreneur. And then it kind of all changes, right? How was I able to start a Facebook ad agency that allowed me to be my own boss and have the flexibility to kind of travel and spend more time with my friends and family, which, at the end of the day, guys, that's all that matters in life, is being happy, having more time, having free time to do whatever you want. If you want to go learn yoga, right? If you want to spend time with your family, spend time with your family. That's the point of life, is the choice, right? Is the freedom. And it's funny because the entrepreneurship cycle, right? Everyone kind of laughs at you and everyone kind of says, what the heck are you doing leaving this, comfort and this 9-to-5 and this job security and this retirement plan. And then once you make it, everyone asks you, how the heck did you do it, right? It's a hilarious cycle, and I think a lot of entrepreneurs kind of experience that. And so let's talk about a few of my crazily successful students. So first, let's talk about my boy, Drew Richardson, CEO of Freedom All-Stars. This dude kills it pretty much with everything that he's done. But he was having a little bit of struggles. He was struggling with Facebook advertisements. He was kind of doing it in tandem with affiliate marketing, kind of not getting the results that he was wanting, right? So when he joined the course, that's kind of when things changed for him. He really started to make it work. Kind of once you have that click, that light bulb in your brain, when you really start to make it, it makes sense. All of a sudden, all of it makes sense. How everything connects, the iteration, right? How to optimize. All of these different pieces kind of fall into place in that beautiful synergy. And then all of a sudden, literally with Facebook ads, one of the craziest parts is it can happen overnight, right? So Drew, literally his life pretty much completely changed overnight once this all started to click for him. And once he started his Facebook advertising agency, he kind of stopped all of his side projects and really started to focus. And he's making more than his 9-to-5 he was ever making at his 9-to-5 job. I haven't asked him specifically if I'm allowed to share his exact numbers, but he's making significantly more than he was making when he was working at the hospital. Let's talk about Philip Law. So Philip Law is really, a hard worker. He deserves so much success. He was trying a lot of different things. He tried Amazon at first. He tried Shopify, and he just kind of wasn't having the results that he was wanting with Amazon and with Shopify. And so he started to devote his time and energy. And after he joined the Facebook ads Ninja Masterclass, he really started to change his life. And the reason that he was able to do that is, one, because he really focused, one, because he understood kind of what was going on with Facebook. He understood how beautiful and how amazing and how enormous of a market there is to actually run advertisements for other businesses. Because I think part of the problem with him was he just didn't really want to invest the upfront capital for Amazon. He didn't like how slow, e-commerce was, kind of, just because there's large turnaround times. Even if it's Shopify, you have to wait for things to ship from China. If it's Amazon, you have to wait, for things to be manufactured. You have to kind of pay all this money up front. And he just didn't really, he didn't believe in the business models fully, and so he wasn't committed to it fully. But when he heard and when he kind of understood, and I explained to him, this is how you can actually run advertisements for other companies without putting any of your money up front, right? And you can be paid on a monthly retainer for running advertisements for these other local businesses. And this is exactly how you do it. He was like, okay. And he made it work. And he is making way more money now. Again, I haven't asked him personally if I'm allowed to share on this webinar in front of, thousands and thousands of people exactly how much he's making. But he just brought a couple of brand new cars and a new place where he lives out in Vegas. Let's talk about Jeff Bannock. So Jeff Bannock, I actually did ask. So I am allowed to share a few numbers from him, but he is absolutely killing it now. And so he basically discovered, and is also known as the funnel doctor, by the way. He discovered kind of the power of Facebook advertising, using it in tandem with ClickFunnels and ManyChat messenger bots. And we are going to talk about messenger bots and how they are kind of the future of email marketing. They are the future of kind of communication, and how we are going to master that, and how we are going to make sure that we are way ahead of the curve when it comes to messenger bots. But we are going to talk about that in a few minutes. So Jeff kind of figured out how to make it work with ClickFunnels, with ManyChat, messenger bots, and most importantly with Facebook advertisements. And he was starting to run Facebook advertisements for other people on his own when we actually kind of first started to connect and he first became my student. And now Jeff, not to put this lightly, because again, Jeff is one of my best friends. He is seriously such a hardworking, such a genuine, such an amazing guy. And he just signed in the last few days close to $50,000, literally in a few days, not months, not years, days. He signed $50,000 worth of clients, basically from referrals, guys. And that is the power of Facebook advertising. If you are adding value to people, they are going to want to talk about you non-stop. And that is when the clients start to pour in, and that's when you can demand, a higher monthly wage. And that is when things really start to explode for you. And that is when your life starts to change. So let's talk about a few more of my students, because I don't want you guys to take my word for it. I want to show you real results here, right? So let's talk about Justin. Justin, as you can see right here, and it's kind of small, but so I tried to highlight it, $30.49 of ad spend was generated over $770 of sales, right? $770.14. That's, $740 profit off of $30, right? I could go to McDonald's and I could spend $30 and I'd probably, my heart would not appreciate it, but it would be delicious, right? Or I could spend $30 to make, over $750 back. And Justin thought Facebook ads were complicated, right? You can read what he says right there. But when he joined the masterclass, he finally kind of got it. It finally clicked, and that light bulb turned on. And when that moment happens, that is when things change, right? He didn't know what to say, and so he literally said that he's just super grateful for what I provided. It totally changed his life, right? He honestly hated Sunday nights because it meant Monday was the next day, and that meant more work, right? And so once you start to work for yourself, you don't have to dread Sundays anymore. And that was one of the biggest things for me. I hated dreading anything, right? Life is way too short to dread every Monday of every week, right? You have to figure out something else, or at least I did. I could not live, the 9-to-5 lifestyle. I could not live that average, normal lifestyle. I had to work for myself. I had to make everything on my own time, because I was not willing to dread, I was not willing to dread the next day. I was not willing to dread tomorrow, because life is just way too short for that. So let's talk about Carolina. Carolina had kind of been struggling with the e-com digital product space for a while. She thought Facebook ads were complex. She was really struggling to get sales and conversions. She didn't understand the Facebook pixel, custom audiences, right? How to retarget. A lot of kind of similar struggles that a lot of people have, because again, Facebook advertising can be complex. And if you don't, learn from somebody who's made all of the mistakes, then, you're going to be doomed to fail and make those mistakes yourself from time to time, right? She didn't really realize how many sales she was missing out on until she joined the Facebook Ninja course, right? Because it was literally day and night for her. You can see right here that she spent, a little over $50 in ad spend, and it generated over $1,000 back. So you see literally a $1,000 profit right there in this one screenshot. And she said that the course paid for itself within weeks, and it was just incredible, right? So thank you to Justin and Carolina for letting me use these screenshots. I guess you're welcome also for helping you with Facebook ads. So I'm so appreciative of all my students. I love kind of bragging about you guys. So if you're watching this right now, I love you guys. So imagine what your life would be like if you had tons of Facebook advertising clients and you never had to worry about delivering incredible results. Because I think a lot of times people tell me, Kevin, I feel nervous about running ads for these local businesses. Like, what if I can't perform for them, right? What if I can't get them the results? What if I can't, make a profit for them and add value to them, right? That is the main purpose of the Facebook Ads Ninja Masterclass, guys. We're gonna teach you how to deliver incredible results for your clients every single time, because this course is not just about running advertisements for clients, right? This course is in my humble opinion, the best course anywhere on Facebook advertising from A to Z. So if you have your own software, or you have your own products, or you have an Amazon product or a Shopify product, and you just want to learn more about Facebook advertising, this is the perfect course for you also. But we just want to highlight the incredible opportunity that creating a Facebook advertising agency has, because it's a very, very rare, I would say almost unmatchable business model to invest almost nothing up front and be able to generate purely profit, right? Just as an exchange of spending your time up front. And Facebook is so automated, guys. Once you find the audience, once you create the advertising campaigns, it's autopilot, right? I have a lot of clients that pay me every single month, and all I do is spend less than an hour a month, right? Just optimizing their ads if they want to change anything, right? But the thing is, guys, once you find the right audience and once you kind of find the perfect ad to show that audience, there's no additional work. It's very front loaded. And so it's very, very automated. It's such a beautiful thing. So imagine you were making more than your old 9-to-5 job every month, right? Working on your own schedule as your own boss. I don't know about you guys, but I had a boss that I really didn't like. His breath smelled awful, right? Which is very petty, but I don't like people with bad breaths like breathing on me. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't like dealing with bosses that I don't like. I don't like bosses telling me what to do. I don't like anyone telling me what to do. And so I needed to be my own boss. And imagine if you were your own boss. Imagine if you could wake up whenever you wanted. Imagine if you could go to sleep whenever you wanted. If you wanted to go out and party with your friends on a Monday, right? You wouldn't have to worry about having work the next day. Every single Sunday wouldn't be dreading going to work the next day and sitting through the commute and waiting in traffic, right? And imagine if you never had to worry about getting new clients because they were begging to hire you. They were begging to pay you. They were begging to pay you every single month like clockwork. And once you guys start to deliver value to one client, they're going to tell all of their friends, guys. And the thing is, local businesses talk to local businesses. So when you are adding value, you are going to have people literally kicking down your door to actually run ads for them, because people just don't understand the power and the scale and the magic of Facebook advertisements if they are run correctly, guys. So let's talk about secret number one: how to get local businesses new paying customers before they pay you, right? We're talking about eliminating all friction, because think about it. Who wouldn't pay $100 for $1,000 worth of profit? Literally. No one, right? Who wouldn't want an additional $900 profit in their pocket for no additional work? And that's a very, very easy thing to sell. And we're going to teach you exactly how to do that, right? There are very simple ways to get local businesses and your Facebook ad agency clients results before they pay you. Because the hardest part about all of this, guys, is getting your first client. And it's not hard at all, right? But that's the hardest part. Once you kind of get your first client, everything becomes so much easier. And we're going to focus very, very closely and in depth on how to get you your first client. Because once you have the results for your first client, once you have that testimonial, once you kind of believe that it works for you, once you've seen it work, everything just goes downhill from there, guys. It's a snowball effect. So let's talk about secret number two: how to take advantage of the disconnect local businesses experience between the offline and online world and how to profit from it. Because think about it. Pretty much no matter where you live, unless you live in like a very tiny town and you're like watching this on like an AM radio or something. I don't even know how you'd be doing that, but unless you are in just a very, very tiny town, you probably have local businesses. You probably have at least like a dentist and a doctor, or like maybe like a nightclub. You probably have, just businesses that need advertisements, that need new customers, but don't understand how to run Facebook advertisements, right? And so that is secret number 2. We're going to talk about how to bridge that gap. We're going to talk about how to connect these local businesses that every city in the USA and the world has, right, with online marketing. Because just because a dentist knows how to clean a tooth, right, knows how to clean some teeth, they don't know how to run Facebook ads. They don't know how to get new customers into their business. And every time that dentist exists, right, and they have an open dental chair, they're losing money. So we're gonna show you exactly how to bridge that gap and how to make a very, very profitable Facebook advertising agency running advertisements for local businesses that pretty much every city in the USA and in the world has, right? This is not just for the United States, guys. You can do the exact same thing in the UK. You can do the exact same thing in Australia, in Canada, right? It does not have to be in the United States. So let's talk about secret number 3. We're gonna talk about how I scaled to 20,000 plus per month, right, very quickly. And I'm gonna give you guys a little hint, right? Testing, optimization, and referral incentives. So referral incentives is one of the kind of ninja patented moves here that really kind of connects secret 1 and 3, because once you kind of get paying customers results, they're much more likely to start paying you, because there's a thing called reciprocity, guys. Reciprocity is one of the most important things that I've learned in business. When you give people free value, they are so much more likely to buy something from you when it's time to sell, right? I can't even describe to you guys how many times I've gotten messages from people saying, Kevin, you gave away so much value for free on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, or, free trainings or whatever it was, whatever medium, right? They say, Kevin, you've given me so much for free. I felt like I had to buy your training, right? And I'm not saying that anybody has to buy my training. It's funny how many people have said that. And I started to kind of connect the dots that, people hate feeling like they're getting something for free. And so when you're giving free value to these local businesses, they're going to be begging to pay you a monthly retainer. Once they see the value that you can add and they see that you're putting forth this effort, they're going to become your customers faster than you guys can blink, guys. So that is secret number 1, that is secret number 2, and that is secret number 3. We are going to talk about them much more in depth right now. So secret number 1, how your doctor and dentist could suddenly start paying you instead of you paying them, all right? So what does this mean, guys? This means that there are very cash-rich businesses. What I mean by that, guys, is businesses that are incredibly profitable, right? A doctor and a dentist and things like that are very, very profitable. They have a lot of discretionary income. There are cash-rich businesses that just don't understand how to run online ads, right? A lot of times are running advertisements in the newspaper or on TV or the radio, or, even worst of all, paying for a billboard, right? And if you can show them how much unbelievably more profitable Facebook advertising is than, for example, a billboard, things become so much easier, guys, because it's so easy to explain that a billboard, you're paying 99% of the people who see a billboard are not interested in what that billboard has to say, right? But the thing is, guys, you're still paying for it. If you pay for a billboard, right? I think the average cost for a billboard, last I checked, in Boston, for example, it was $23,000 per month. So if you're paying $23,000 per month and 99% or more of the people who see that billboard are not interested in what that billboard is selling, then you are wasting 99% of that $23,000 you pay every single month to have that billboard, right? And so every time I saw a billboard in the city that I was living in when I first started my Facebook ad agency, right, I would call that business and say, hey, let me make you a ton of money and let me save you a bunch of advertising costs by using Facebook ads instead of you wasting all of that money on that billboard, right? And we talk about so many different client generation strategies on how you can actually prove to these local businesses how unbelievably profitable Facebook advertising can be and how much they are wasting if they're currently spending money elsewhere, right? On newspaper ads, on billboards, for example, on radio spots, on TV commercials, right? And so we're gonna show them exactly how much more money they could be making and how much less money they could be spending. We're going to talk about what a gym, a yoga studio, and a nightclub have in common and how to turn each one into a lifelong nonprofit partner, right? Because it's not just doctors and dentists. There's so many different types of local businesses, and there's so many different types of local businesses that are being created every single day that Facebook advertisements are perfect for, right? CrossFit gyms, yoga studios, martial arts gyms. We have an exhaustive list of all of the different types of local businesses that I have personally run advertisements for, and my students run advertisements for every single day to create hugely profitable businesses where these, where these companies are paying them every single month to run advertisements for them. And it's everyone wins, guys, when everyone is making money, right? And that is the key to all of this. It's the easiest sale in the world when you're making someone more money than they'd be making without you, right? So without me, they're making $1,000 a month. With me, they're making $5,000 a month. It's a very simple sale, and it's a very easy sale. And then we're going to talk about how to use sales funnels to eliminate the technical gap for yourself and, more importantly, for paying customers, right? It's unbelievably simple. It takes me, I'm not kidding you, 3 minutes to make little changes to the funnel that I use for a new business. If I could literally make a completely customized, ready to go funnel for a brand new business in 3 minutes. And when I show that funnel to a business, they're unbelievably impressed. They're so overwhelmed that I would, go out of my way to make them a whole custom website like that. They're begging to hire me, and they have no idea that it takes me 3 minutes, literally 3 minutes, to make them what I sent. So let's talk about secret number 2, how to find huge, enormous, massive audiences, right, who share commonalities with your buyers, and also how to convert them into paying customers. I call it the quick and easy ninja method. So huge audiences, right? And we're going to get a little bit technical here, guys, but what we do is, it's called a custom audience, right? So a custom audience is a list of people who do some action. It means they visited your website. It means they purchased from you, whatever, right? So that is a custom audience. We teach you how to make the most beautifully accurate custom audiences using all different types of strategies that I've personally figured out work best, and then how to make those custom audiences much, much larger. Because a problem that a lot of Facebook advertisers have is what's called audience saturation. So this means that if you have only, like, let's say you have 100 people that visit your website, or 1,000 people, right? Even if you have 1,000 people, at the end of the day, 1,000 people is not a very large audience, and that audience would get saturated quickly showing ads to, right? And so we're going to teach you how to make much larger ads, much larger audiences, from your seed audience. Even if you don't have that much traffic, we're gonna teach you how to create very large audiences of very, very similar people to people who've already purchased from you. And if you don't have purchases yet, we're gonna teach you how to get purchases and then create audiences from those people who purchased from you. We're gonna teach you how to create audiences very, very similar to those people so that you're gonna get a ton more purchases. We're gonna teach you how to turn your pixel into your best friend. Right? My pixel is now my best friend, and maybe that makes me a little bit forever alone, but I don't care, because my Facebook advertisements are very, very profitable, and my pixel is at least, top 5 best friends. We're gonna show you the secret ninja tactics to leverage the power of the pixel to explode your campaigns, because people don't understand how important seasoning a pixel is. It's called seasoning, right? It basically means making your pixel smarter, letting Facebook make decisions for you based off of your pixel events. And we're gonna teach you all of that. If this sounds like complete alien talk to you, do not worry, because by the time this is over, you are going to understand every single thing that I've said, right? And so we're going to talk about also how to leverage human psychology to turn cold audiences into raving fans who are going to tell all of their friends about you, and your company is going to absolutely start to explode once you start to experience those word of mouth sales, because people underestimate now the power of word of mouth, right? When you do a good job, when you add value, when you perform good work and do good work for your clients and for your customers, and you run advertisements that are successful, they cannot wait to tell all of their friends about you. And the thing about local business owners, guys, is that local business owners tend to be friends with other local business owners. And that is when the kind of virality of this starts to take off. When everyone is telling their friends about you and their friends are telling their friends about you, all of a sudden, guys, you're gonna have more business than you know what to do with. And when they're all paying, $1,000 or more a month each, that's a very, very good problem to have. And so let's talk about secret number 3. How to drastically lower your ad costs while increasing conversions, right? Because one of the things that a lot of people kind of overestimate, or excuse me, they don't really understand as well as they could, is that, optimization kind of never ends, right? People that understand how to really make beautifully profitable Facebook advertisement campaigns understand that you have to constantly kind of iterate, and it's not a bunch of work, it's not a lot of work, and we're going to show you how to automate most of it. But people don't understand how to use the tools that Facebook offers, right? If you don't understand what is in your arsenal, how could you possibly make best use of it? So we're going to show you automated ways to fully scale your ad campaigns, which drastically reduces your ad costs, and at the same time, right, it's showing your advertisements to the perfect person. So it means your conversions are going to go way up at a much lower cost. And guys, it's not as hard as you think. All you have to do is understand what is at your disposal and then make good use of it. And we're going to talk about how to scale ad campaigns to the moon, and more importantly, doing it the right way, right? Because you can ruin everything by making one mistake, guys. If you don't understand how to properly scale, you can ruin everything. And I've done it. I've literally done it, and I've ruined advertising campaigns. I've put in a ton of time and energy into making these campaigns, and I've killed myself. I've thought that it was going to be amazing, and then one mistake can ruin everything. And we're going to talk about exactly what that one mistake is. And then we're going to talk about how to use Facebook's unbelievable logs of data to create laser-targeted audiences who are waiting to buy what you're selling. Leveraging what Facebook allows you to target, right? Remember, Facebook allows you to target interests, demographics, and behaviors. You can target somebody in, Tallahassee who's 23 years old and a male and enjoys running on the beach and traveling, and he recently moved, and you can get so targeted that it's very creepy, to be perfectly honest. It's very creepy, but that creepiness is good for us marketers, right? The creepier we can get, the better. No, I'm just kidding. But the more targeted and the more accurate that we can get with our targeting, the better. And Facebook allows you to get so laser targeted that it's very honestly hard to believe until you understand what's available for you to actually use, and what targeters and what ways that you can narrow, your targeting, your advertisements to only be shown to people who are ultra targeted and who are very likely to actually buy what you have to sell. So let's talk about the old model very quickly, right? Exchanging your time for money directly, 1 hour of your life for X dollars, right? And salary is even worse. When they put you on salary, that means that they just make you work 10 times more and pay you, the same amount for working that 10 times amount of overtime. And kind of the old model is putting money into a retirement account, and after 50 years retire with some small, relatively small sum, and then use that money once you're old and can't even enjoy it. So that's kind of the old model, right? The new model is create an equitable, scalable business where you do not, right? I repeat, underline, emphasize, do not directly exchange your time for money. This is the point, guys. Earning money while you sleep is how you become free. And we're going to talk about the new model, continuing to reinvest in your business for years, right? And watching how your income stream increases in direct proportion to your hard work. This is very important, because the problem is with corporate life and kind of the corporate drone slave life is you see people who don't work hard, and you see people who are not intelligent get promoted, right? Because that's the thing. It is not actually a direct proportionality of hard work and intelligence to success in the corporate world. You can be very lazy and very dumb, but if you just have the good people skills, you can watch people be promoted ahead of you who just do not deserve it. But that is not how it is in the new model. That is not how it is when you own your own business, guys, because your success is a direct result of your hard work. If you know what you're doing, if you have the knowledge. And that is my goal, to give you all of the tools and knowledge that you need. Because remember, guys, it is not normal. It is not normal working 40 to 80 hour weeks ever, no matter what corporate America tells you or corporate, drone life tells you. It is not normal working 80+ hour weeks ever, period. All right, so let's have a little question time. Would you rather let money make 1.5%, right, if you invest it into a bank account, if you leave it in a bank account, right, that's what it's going to make. And that's like a good bank account too. Most bank accounts make less than that. If you're making 1.5% in a savings account, you're using like Ally or one of the, more expensive banks. But I'm trying to make a point here. Would you rather let money make 1.5% or less, leaving it in a savings account, or would you rather let it make 40% or 50% or even 100% return on investment, right? And this is meant to be a very obvious question, because if you aren't using your money, if you aren't investing your money into a business that is actually creating a profit, right, and is giving you a return on your investment, you're literally leaving money on the table and you're wasting money. So what's the one thing that makes people take the risk necessary to change their lives forever? And I want you to seriously think about this, because it took me a long time to kind of realize, what this actual one thing was. And I realized that really the one thing that makes people take the risk necessary to change their lives is certainty. Right? If someone is certain, right? If I'm certain that if I invested my life savings in a stock, it would double overnight, I would do it. Right? But the problem is certainty doesn't really exist. You have to, at some point, take a leap of faith. You have to believe in something, right? You have to believe in someone or something or yourself. And if you do that, then you can make the change. You can take the risk and you can actually start to change your life, right? And so what's the single biggest factor that I attribute to my success? I think it was figuring that out, to be perfectly honest. Understanding that you really, at the end of the day, everything is on you, right? Guys, I think Gary Vee said that everything is your fault. He made a video and it was literally just saying everything is your fault. And when you realize that everything is your fault and every outcome and every situation in your life is a direct result of the choices you make, I just sat to myself and I thought, oh my gosh, like I have to do something, right? And so I think the single biggest factor that, has allowed me to have some success at a relatively young age was kind of figuring out that every decision that I made was kind of dictating the outcomes of my life. And I realized that, and that is when I quit my corporate job, and that is when I jumped in, and that is when everything started to change for me. And so how would you guys like to work directly with me and get help, right, to ensure that you crush Facebook ads every single campaign? Because some of the biggest, questions and concerns that my students have before coming on is, are we going to have help? Are you going to be there to help us, guys? And the answer is an emphatic, absolute yes. I think part of the reason that, my courses have been able to grow so much faster than, other courses out there is because I actually care, right? I actually help my students. I actually am there for them when they have questions, and I actually create, a beautiful kind of helpful family of my students to assist each other, because I realized when I was starting my businesses that the number one thing that I needed that I didn't have was a group of other entrepreneurs in the same place as me, grinding and trying to make it work, guys. And I will be there for you, and I will be there to answer questions and to help you guys ensure that you crush your Facebook ads. And I want you to think about one thing, guys. How would it change your life making an extra $5,000 a month from home? Right? How would it change your life making an extra $20,000 from home? And I'm talking about profit here, guys. I'm not talking about, the big gurus out there who say make $500,000 overnight, right? But all of a sudden you realize that that's only $1,000 profit or $5 profit, right? I'm talking about an extra $5,000 a month profit. I'm talking about an extra $20,000 a month profit. How would it change your life making an extra $50,000 profit per month, guys? And I know that might seem crazy, and I know that might seem, imaginary. I know that might not seem possible, guys, but it's happening every single day. And I want to ask you guys a question, because I really honestly want your permission. Can I share with you guys exactly how my students were able to do exactly this, earning an extra $5,000 a month, earning an extra $20,000 profit a month, and earning an extra $50,000 or more every single month? Can I share with you guys exactly how my students did this? I hope, and I think a lot of you are probably nodding your head right now, because guys, I'm trying so hard every single day of my life. Is the reason that I get up early in the morning and stay awake working late at night is to actually change people's lives. It's to help people realize that the 9-to-5 lifestyle and working for someone else is not the life that we are meant to be living. If you're watching this webinar, if you're watching this training right now, you're already part of the 1%. I know you want to change your life. I know, guys, it's so hard to realize and to conceptualize and to imagine that people are making $50,000 profit every single month, guys. But I'm going to share with you exactly how my students were able to completely change your life. So if you decide to join the Facebook Ads Ninja Masterclass today, this is what you're going to get. In module 1, we're going to talk about everything Facebook ads. We're going to talk about all the vocabulary that you need, right? The difference between a custom audience and a lookalike audience, how to set up custom conversions. We're going to talk about the power of the Ninja Pixel, right? In module 2, we're going to teach you how to go from a complete beginner with the Facebook advertising platform to a complete expert, right? Plus the only campaigns you need, because Facebook allows you to create all different types of marketing objectives. It looks very overwhelming. We're going to teach you about the only ones that you actually need to be unimaginably successful with Facebook advertisements. And we're going to talk about how to create an ultra targeted audience every single time that's going to skyrocket your business. Again, remember, people who understand how to make laser targeted audiences are the people who win with Facebook. It's pretty much that simple, guys, which is why we developed an entire module, right? A full module full of content about how to create unbelievably targeted audiences that are going to skyrocket your business. And this is talking about audience building if you already have your own product, if you have a Shopify store, if you have an Amazon store. This is going to talk about how to create ultra targeted audiences if you're running advertisements for your clients, right? For local businesses. We talk about how to get more leads for real estate agents. We talk about how to get clients for a gym, for a physical therapist, right? These aren't just high level strategies, guys. The reason that I started all of this is because I was so fed up and I was so sick and tired of people, of gurus, of experts, of people teaching out there who are giving high level stuff. When I create a tutorial, and those of you who follow me anywhere else know that I'm telling the truth here, right? When I create a tutorial, I'm sharing my screen. I'm showing you inside of my actual Facebook advertisement account, and I'm showing you the exact interests, targeting, the demographics, the behaviors, everything that I choose. I show you how to create an ad from start to finish, right? And so in module 4, guys, we're going to talk about how to create the perfect ad and perfect creative. We're going to talk about how to make ad copy convert like crazy. We're going to talk about a bunch of human, psychological traits. We're going to talk about how to kind of leverage and really make best use of human psychology, right? What converts? Why does it convert? How can you make people interested? We discuss real research and real training and real kind of tactics that you can implement today, no matter what your business is, whether it's running advertisements to your own business or whether it's creating advertisements and being paid to create advertisements for other businesses. Module 5, guys, is one of the longest, and it's one of the, to be perfectly honest, proudest achievements that I've ever actually built from a tutorial perspective, from a training perspective. It's how to start a Facebook ad agency without needing any of your own products or services. It's how to run ads for other businesses and how to be paid very, very handsomely to do so. And in module 6, guys, we talk about the one thing that will make or break your Facebook ad profitability, and that is properly scaling and properly optimizing your ad campaigns. So module 1, right, was valued at $497. We see module 2 at $997. The summation of all of these different modules, right, there's 6 modules right here, is an over $10,000 value. But what's more important to me is my boy Stefan here on the right. I remember when he texted me when he was first signing up. He just signed his first doctor's office using the exact strategy we taught. They agreed to pay me a bi-monthly retainer for my services advertising their clinic. And it's just so awesome. I love getting messages on Facebook. I love getting texts. I love getting emails from people who are making this work, guys, because it's happening every single day. And it scales so quickly because once you have one business paying you $1,000 a month, right? Once you have 2 businesses, all it takes, guys, is 4 yeses, and you're already earning close to $50,000 a year, which is more than the average American makes. And that's 4 yeses. If you call one business a day, right, you're gonna get more than 4 yeses probably, right? So over a $10,000 value that you're getting just inside of the Facebook Ads Ninja Masterclass. But that, of course, is not all, guys, because we want to way overachieve. We want to give you way more value than you've ever gotten elsewhere. If you've ever bought any other courses, if you've ever joined any other programs, they're not going to be on the same level as this, guys. I promise you, the value that you're going to get inside of this masterclass is going to blow your mind. And I have spent the better part of the last few years creating this course, and it has everything you could possibly imagine that you would need to start a wildly successful business on Facebook. So let's talk about bonus number 1, how to create a free Facebook ad funnel. So this bonus is going to discuss how to create a completely free Facebook advertising campaign. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, guys, but it's possible. It is using what we call the tripwire technique. And this is selling a cheap kind of upfront product to people before your main offer. that completely subsidizes, or at least partially subsidizes, your ad spend. And so, you're collecting emails, you're getting sales, but you're also completely paying for your entire Facebook ad spend. We're going to teach you how to set up free Facebook ad campaigns. We're also going to teach you about the 6 underutilized psychological tricks that are going to instantly change your ads forever. This is the kind of the culmination of all of the best research out there about advertising. All of the best research and all of the best kind of results that we've gotten with our own ads. We put it into a summated kind of tutorial-based bonus that you guys can literally read in an afternoon, and you're going to be able to take advantage of millions of dollars of ad spend and the culmination and kind of aggregation of all of this different research related to advertisements. But guys, we're not going to give this bonus to everyone, unfortunately. It's been valued at almost $1,500 just for this one bonus, and that's why we want to keep it within the family. So this bonus is only going to be for the first 50 people on this webinar. The 51st person on today's webinar will not have access. And I'm going to repeat that really quick just in case you were texting or whatever. We're going to keep this bonus very, very exclusive for only the 51st people who decide to join the Facebook Ads Ninja Masterclass on this webinar. Again, the 51st person will not have access. Unfortunately, we do want to keep this very, very exclusive. So let's talk about bonus number 2. I think most, if not all of us, have kind of heard about Instagram, heard about how powerful, how fast Instagram's growing, how it's becoming kind of one of the most used social networks in the world, especially kind of for the younger generation that's kind of coming into the buyer age. And we're going to really just absolutely blow your mind with the amount of value that we're going to give you in the Ninja Instagram Blueprint, guys. We're going to teach you how a few simple tricks are going to completely revolutionize your business taking advantage of Instagram. Instagram is so unbelievably powerful for building a brand, and any business that's not currently using Instagram to grow organically, to bring organic traffic, and then also, to drive paid traffic using Instagram ads, using brand new kind of cutting edge ads, using Instagram story ads. Stories are seriously one of the biggest impetuses and biggest explosive, profitable kind of activities that I've added to my recent business of any type of social media, of any type of anything, guys. Instagram is seriously so unbelievably powerful, and there's so many people using it every second of every day from every country all over the world that if you're not using it, and more importantly, you're not using it correctly, then you're literally just giving yourself a huge disadvantage compared to any business that is. Right? And again, guys, this has been valued at almost $2,000, and this bonus we're going to try to keep even more exclusive. It's only going to be for the first 30 people on this webinar. The 31st person on today's webinar will not have access. And we do that, guys, really to reward people for taking action, to reward people, for joining the family, for taking that step, for having that leap of faith, and really so we can keep this kind of exclusive to the people who are really serious about making this work. So bonus number 3, and this is definitely probably my favorite bonus. This is one of the most important kind of business evolutions that's happened in recent history. Messenger is going to replace email. And I know that's a very bold claim, guys, but email replaced pagers, and email replaced faxes, and email replaced letters for the most part, and Messenger is going to do the same thing to email, and it already has started. The average open rate for an email, guys, the average click-through rate for an email is 3%. So that means if you send 100 people an email, only 3% are clicking on what is inside of that email. In Messenger, we're getting closer to 50% click-through rates. That is literally such an unbelievable difference, almost 20 times higher. And if you're talking about 100 people, right, it's not a huge difference, right? It's 3 people opening it versus 50. But if you're talking about 1,000 people or 10,000 people or 100,000 people, it's an unbelievable difference, guys. And we're going to talk about exactly how I use my Messenger bot, how I've collected over almost 150,000 people inside of my Messenger bot, that at any point I could just click one button and send a broadcast to all of them, and how it literally pops up on their phone with a push notification directly into their Messenger, and how powerful that is, and how if you understand how to use Messenger, how much farther ahead you can be than your competition, because the people who make use of Messenger bots now, guys, are the people who are going to be paid paid an enormous dividend later on once messenger bots become more widely adapted, and they already are becoming more widely adopted by businesses and businesses every single day. More and more businesses are starting to do it, but it's still very, very not well known, and it's people who are acting now are giving themselves an absolutely enormous competitive advantage against their competitors. And this bonus alone has been valued at over almost $4,000, guys, which is why we are only giving this to the very first 10 people who are most serious and most, dedicated and are most willing to invest in themselves and joining the masterclass, the Facebook Ads Ninja Masterclass, and who are ready to really change their lives and become financially free forever. So who has this actually worked for, right? Let's talk about Tahir. Tahir created a Facebook ad agency and within a few short months left his corporate job, right? He launched his agency to local business owners and he started, reaching out to these businesses and running ads for them. And then he started to branch out all over California because people were giving him referrals. People were telling their friends and telling their, friends who also happen to be local business owners about Tahir. And he started to get so much business that he literally had to double his monthly rate, and people were still paying it because he was giving them so much value that they were literally getting, multiple times more in exchange from the value he was bringing than they were paying him. And right now, he is currently making thousands and thousands and thousands every single month and quickly scaling his business every single day, guys. So here is what you get. You get the Understanding Facebook Ads, where you get all the vocabulary, the power of the Ninja Pixel. You get the complete beginner to Facebook Ad Ninja expert, right? Plus the only campaigns you need. You get how to create ultra targeted audience. You get how to create, unbelievably high converting ads. You get how to create very, very high converting ad images and videos. You get one of my favorite modules I've ever created, my favorite trainings, how to start a Facebook ad agency without needing any of your own products or services, how to actually sell, how to make money running advertisements for other businesses. And you guys get the module on the one thing that will make or break your Facebook ad profitability, which is how to optimize and properly scale, guys. But you don't just get those things. If you decide to join the Facebook Ads Ninja Masterclass, you also get bonus number 1, which is the pre-built Ninja Facebook ad funnel, where we're gonna show you how to run completely free traffic using a strategy called the tripwire technique. Bonus number 2 is the Ninja Instagram Blueprint. And bonus number 3, definitely one of my favorite, again, trainings that I've ever created, the Messenger Bot Explosion, where we're gonna talk about how I use Messenger and how I use Messenger bots to completely revolutionize my business, because there's nothing like being able to send a single message with over, 1,000 or even 10,000, or, in my case, I've been lucky enough to get almost 150,000 people who've joined my Messenger bot. And that is such an invaluable tool. And we're gonna show you exactly how to use it for your business, guys. So this is a total value, a total estimated value of over $18,000 for what you get. But we're not done giving you value quite yet, guys, because for the very first time ever, we're gonna give away the Facebook Ninja Black Box. The Facebook Ninja Black Box is kind of the culmination of years and years of work, where we break down the Facebook Ninja Pixel, we break down the Ninja Advertising Compass. The Pixel Ninja, really, it shows you exactly how to use the Facebook Pixel for your favorite platforms. The Ninja Advertising Compass teaches you exactly what interests, demographics, and behaviors you can target, because Facebook makes it very difficult to know all of the different interests you can target, all of the different demographics, all of the different behaviors. So we went through and we actually typed out every single different type of targeter that you can actually use to target your perfect audiences on Facebook, and we put it into one beautifully succinct document, which is the Ninja Advertising Compass. And we have the Ultimate Facebook Ads Checklist. And aren't these awesome names, guys? I thought of these myself. The Ultimate Facebook Ads Checklist is literally everything that you need to remember, because running a Facebook advertising campaign is hard. You definitely don't want to forget anything that's vitally important. So we put it all into one checklist for you guys. One checklist where you are not going to forget anything at all, and you're going to make sure that you cover every single point so that every single campaign that you run is set up perfect and beautiful and ready to go, guys. And this has been valued at $997 just for these 3 things. You could literally start running advertising campaigns tomorrow if you had these. So our philosophy, guys, If you sign up today, if you don't like it for any reason whatsoever, if you don't like it because of the amount of times that I say a certain word, or you don't like it because I cough, or you don't like it because of how my face looks, or because of the shirt I'm wearing, or literally any single reason, guys, just let us know and we will give you your money back. We have a money back guarantee, and that's our philosophy. If you are not happy for whatever reason, just let us know and we will give you your money back. So there is no risk whatsoever, guys. There's not a single risk. We're trying to make this as frictionless as possible. We don't want to give you any reason not to change your life, because the number one thing that makes me happy and makes me feel fulfilled as a human being is seeing people make meaningful change in their lives, guys. So we have a philosophy, and that is, if you are not happy and you don't want to stay a part of the Facebook Ads Ninja Masterclass, we are going to make this completely risk-free for you guys. So just let us know and we will give you your money back. And so really quickly, guys, the Pareto principle. And for those of you who don't know what the Pareto principle is, it's one of the things that's changed my life the most, guys. And basically what it means is that 20% of your actions produce 80% of the results you want. And why this is important, guys, is because most people don't understand what that 20% is, but once they find it, that is when everything starts to change. And guys, I've failed at over 20 businesses. I was laughed at when I started a YouTube channel. People told me to give up and get a normal job. And now my friends and family ask me every single day how I did it. Right? And the point of this image, I think this is such a beautiful image. We see both of these guys right here, the guy on the top who's like hustling and trying to make it work, and the guy on the bottom who gave up. And look where he gave up. This is a recurring theme. Most people and most entrepreneurs give up right before they hit a massive breakthrough, guys. And so if you guys are interested in joining today, we are not going to charge you $19,000 and $400. We are not going to charge you $10,000. We're not going to charge you $5,000, even though people have literally paid this amount to me in consulting every single day for Facebook ads, and you're going to get all of that same exact knowledge for only $19.97, guys. So if you are interested, if you still have questions, reach out to me personally. I literally have, this is my Facebook right below, and I answer all of the messages on my Facebook. If you guys are interested and you still have more questions after this, shoot me a message. That's totally fine. I love talking to all of you guys. And before I forget, guys, make sure you check your email, because we will be sending out an email to you guys that should arrive, within the next hour or so. Sometimes our email servers are a little bit delayed, but it will have your completely free Ninja funnel, just for, coming to our webinar, staying till the end. We really appreciate you being here. And we're also going to be sending, of course, an email to our lucky winner of the $1,000 Amazon gift card. So if you get a second email, congratulations. That's awesome. I hope you enjoy it. And I already see a ton of orders coming in. This is seriously probably the fastest we've ever filled the bonus slots. They're seriously starting to go so fast, guys. So seriously, thank you so much. I promise you, I will do my absolute best to make this work for each and every one of you, so you can leave the 9-to-5 behind. And if you're ready, guys, make sure you take advantage of this offer right now. It's never going to be available anywhere ever again. And we do it that way to reward the people who join our free trainings with our most exclusive content, guys. And I'm so excited to meet and start working with each and every one of you. I see a bunch of you signing up now. This is so amazing. I can't wait. I'm seriously so excited. I love meeting and helping new students one-on-one. It's one of my favorite activities to do literally on earth. And I'm already starting to get some questions of you guys who already just joined the family in the private student Facebook group. What is in the course? Yes, we have a ton of videos for you, and we have write-ups as well if you prefer learning that way. Really, even though it took me like literally 10 times as long to make both PDFs and video tutorials, I did it that way because I know some people learn better from kind of seeing it via video, and some people will learn better from reading it. So I did both, PDFs for you guys to follow along and videos. And yes, guys, bring me any and all of your most complex questions. We're running weekly question and answer sessions in our private Facebook family, where I'm literally answering every single one of your guys' questions live on video. So do not wait. Do not procrastinate. The only person that can take that that first step to change your life is you. I wish so badly I could go back in time and tell myself to jump in now. Do not waste another second at a job you hate. You only get one life. You can do it. Anyone can do it. You just have to know how, and that is exactly what we are going to teach you guys. I love adding new students to the Facebook Ninja family. I love meeting everyone and getting to know everyone's story, guys. And we've had multiple meetups in person. We had one in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. We had one in Las Vegas. We have another one planned for later this year in Thailand, guys. This is more than just a course. It's more than just a masterclass. This is a family, and I really mean that when I say that. Hundreds of the Ninja family came to our meetups, and we've seriously created lifelong friends. This is more than just a training, guys. It's seriously a family, and I've worked extremely hard to do that. And guys, as we end this webinar, I just have a few final points I want to make super clear as to who this course is for and whether it can work for you. So guys, this course is perfect for you if you're a complete beginner. If you've never even looked at a Facebook ad or even heard of a Facebook ad or used the Facebook ads platform, this course is perfect for you. If you've tried out Facebook ads, but just haven't quite made it work in the way that you want, this course is perfect for you if you've had some success, but you're really ready to transition into the next level and scale your business to 6, 7, or even 8 figures and beyond, guys. So what I mean by that is it's perfect for you if you're a complete beginner, if you're intermediate, or even if you're advanced, because we go through everything from A to Z. And like I always say, if I'm not making you more money than this course costs, then I don't deserve your money. You can probably see why people pay $14.97 for my pre-built Ninja Facebook ad funnel that pays for itself, right? And allows you to run completely free ad campaigns. Or $19.97 for the Instagram blueprint that drives unlimited, passionate fans who buy from your business. Or $39.97 for the Messenger bot explosion that completely revolutionizes how your customers interact with your business using artificial intelligence. Because guys, it's not a cost, it's an investment, and it more than pays for itself within the first month if you put the work in. And so at this point, guys, you have two choices. Choice number one is you do nothing. If you do nothing with the information you've learned over the past hour, what will you get? Nothing. Or you can choose to take a leap of faith. Just test it out to see if it'll work for you completely free of risk. Remember, my philosophy is if you aren't happy for any reason, you get 100% of your money back. And I really mean when I say it. If I'm not making you money, I don't deserve your money. And the real question is this, guys. Is it worth gambling a few minutes of your time to check this out? Even if it only does half of what I've claimed today, it will pay for itself easily, and it could completely change the rest of your life. And a common excuse I hear about Facebook ads, guys, is that people don't know how to get clients who are actually willing to pay for their services, right? So I tell them that I made an entire module with literally hours of videos showing exactly how I found 20 businesses to pay me $1,000 or more per month to run advertisements for them in my first month of doing it. I share my exact formula that you can copy exactly to get your own clients every single time like clockwork. And guys, I usually never offer this course for this price. We're making it available for you right now. But because you've invested this time with me and you've proven that you really want to get this result, I'm making a special offer just for this webinar. And just to put things in perspective, guys, if you were to hire me or a professional, with years of experience who spent millions of dollars on Facebook and has multi-million dollar returns and 10x returns and 10x plus returns using Facebook advertising, if you were to hire me to do it for you, it would easily cost 25 grand or more. Businesses have paid me that amount and more to run Facebook ad campaigns for them, but because you're learning how to do it yourself, and because I'm giving you the tools and enabling you to use the tools and resources to make it happen for yourself, you aren't going to pay anywhere near that, guys. And once you have this knowledge, you become so much more valuable yourselves. I've had a ton of students who start consulting on their own and are pulling in $500 or even $1,000 or more per hour to consult with Facebook ads once they've learned it and once they have the knowledge and they've implemented the knowledge, guys. And when you're making $1,000 an hour, the course all of a sudden seems like pretty much the best investment you could possibly make in yourself, right? And I think some of you are starting to get as excited as I am about this opportunity. How would you like to be our next case study? How would you like to be our next student success story making $50,000 a month running Facebook ads for other businesses? Can you see yourself being our next Facebook ad ninja success? Do you think you have what it takes? right? I mean, habits are really hard to change. I could leave the webinar right now and I could go enjoy the rest of my day. I've already put in the work with Facebook ads. This is already working for me, but this is not about me, right? This is about you. And if you leave and you don't take action now, you might think you learned a lot of cool stuff, but my guess is that tomorrow morning you probably already have slipped back into your normal routine. Am I right? I mean, you just do what you've always done, and that's what most people do, but you don't want to be like most people. You don't want to be average. You don't want to be normal. You know you deserve more, right? And because I actually care about you making real change in your life, and I want to be your coach and your friend and your mentor, I'm not going to let you go back to your old habits. I'm going to make sure you're successful by breaking them. And if you want real lasting change, you need repeated exposure to our exact blueprint that so many other students have proven successful in the past. And that's what you'll get when you invest today. And if you haven't already signed up, you're probably thinking one of a few things, right? You're probably thinking you aren't technical enough, or you won't be able to figure out the pixel or sales funnels to make Facebook ads really work for you. But guys, do not worry. We spent the first half of the entire course showing you exactly step by step every single, literally down to the setting and click of the mouse that we use to create perfect Facebook ads from scratch that, even someone who has never even heard of a Facebook ad would have absolutely no trouble following. That is how A to Z step-by-step tutorials that these walkthroughs are. Or, you might be thinking you've already tried Facebook ads, but just haven't been able to make them work. Maybe you have some experience with Facebook advertising, but you've never gotten the results you want. Well, do not worry, guys, because this course covers not only beginner knowledge, but also all of the advanced topics that the power advertisers out there are using that we've used to actually scale and create multi-million-dollar returns. And we teach you how to apply those exact same strategies and tactics to your business today. Or maybe you're thinking that you don't have what it takes to start a Facebook ad agency, that you're scared you won't be able to get results for your clients, right? And this is why I spent longer on the Facebook ads agency portion of this course than any other portion of the course. I share my exact templates. I literally use these templates every single day that I use to get new clients. And I personally guarantee you that you will be able to get your first client within 24 hours using one of our patented ninja strategies. Or you might be wondering, will you get one-on-one help from me? How long do you have access to the masterclass? What happens if you're not happy for any reason, guys? The answer to that is I help my students one-on-one all day, every day, because what I care most about in the world is your success and making you free to live life how it's meant to be lived, right? And you get access to the masterclass for life. There's no worries there. And this includes all updates completely for free forever. You'll never pay another cent, and we'll have lifetime access to the course and all future updates. And I'm going to add content, sometimes as often as weekly, so you're always up to date on the newest and best and brightest Facebook ad strategies, guys. And if you're not happy, like always, with the course for any reason, you have a completely risk-free trial to make this work. So there's literally nothing stopping you other than being scared to make a real change in your life. Guys, and this is your last chance. We officially have one slot open for all of the bonuses. And if you're hearing me say this right now, it doesn't matter if you're watching this live or an encore replay, right? We set up our system so that if you're listening to this right now, the bonuses are still live. But the second this webinar ends, the bonuses will be gone forever. So if you're going to take that step toward being financially free forever, this is your absolute last chance to do it and change your life, guys. Because my one goal, my one mission, my life's purpose, my true passion is to make people financially free to live life how it is meant to be lived, guys. And so I really hope that you enjoyed this webinar. I pour my heart and my soul into every one of these. I hope that you can tell by now that my one goal is to really change people's lives, because it is not normal working 80-hour weeks, guys. It is not normal working 80-hour weeks. And if you're tired of it, and if you're ready to make real change in your life, then stop procrastinating. No one can make this choice but you. No one can take the final step but you. And we're gonna do something very special right now. My team is looking at me like I'm crazy right now, but we're gonna do something we've never done before, and I promise you my team will probably never let me do again. But if you guys decide to make the leap right now, I know you're probably on the edge, I know you're almost there, I wanna change your life more than anything, so I'm literally willing to take 50% as much money if you decide to join our family right now. And again, a 14-day money back guarantee. So this is as risk-free as it gets in the adult world, guys. And if you don't like the course, if you don't like the content, if you don't like my voice or my shirt, literally, if you don't like anything, you get 100% of your money back. And as of right now, we have exactly one final slot remaining to get instant lifetime access to all of the bonuses. And if you want to join right now, today only, never available again, anywhere ever, use the promo code Blue Ninja and you get $1,000 off the course right now. We have never offered this course for this low because we know that this course is the absolute best on the market, guys. So if you're ready to make massive, lasting change in your life and your family's lives and to live life as it was meant to be lived, then click the button below, join the Ninja family, and never work for the man again.